Remember walking into Grandma's kitchen and seeing pastel-colored appliances, linoleum floors that squeaked under your feet, and a cookie jar that was always full. The smells, the sounds, the feel. Kitchens back then weren't just places to cook. They were warm, inviting hubs of family life. You might just find something that takes you straight back to Sunday dinners and milk in glass bottles. Today, kitchens are sleek and modern, but back then, they had a charm that you just don't see anymore. Today, we're reflipping through the old photo album and looking at 10 kitchen features from the 1950s that totally disappeared. Pink, turquoise, mint green, butter, yellow. These colors lit up kitchens across America. Companies like GE and Frigidaire offered fridges and ovens in a full rainbow to match the homeowner's personality. One, pastel-colored appliances. These were built-in nut grinders, knife sharpeners, and can openers. Practical tools that saved drawer space and always got the job done. But as modernism took hold in the 70s and 80s, pastels faded away, replaced by professional styles. Still, many folks remember the joy of a pink refrigerator, like it was a family member. In the 1950s, appliances weren't just functional. They were fashion statements. As kitchens got more modular and less built-in, these handy little features were lost to time and tossed out with the remodeling. It gave the space a heartbeat. But once TV became the household king and tech evolved, these little radios were unplugged and eventually forgotten. Perched on the counter or mounted under the cabinet, these AM radios filled the kitchen with music, news, or serial dramas while dinner simmered on the stove. These soft colors gave the kitchen a warm, cheerful feel, a far cry from today's stainless steel everything. Over time, chrome gave way to wood and vinyl to leather, but for many, those old dinette sets are still the heart of family memory. The Formica tabletops came in patterns like boomerangs or glitter specks, often in candy-colored hues. 2. Built-in nut grinders and can openers. Patterns ranged from checkerboards to wild florals and atomic swirls. Look closely at old countertops or cabinets from the 50s, and you might find a little metal contraption bolted right into the wood. They weren't flashy, but they were reliable. Mom could whip up a cake and open a can of fruit cocktail without skipping a beat. But linoleum lost popularity as newer synthetic materials came in. And by the 80s, most of it was ripped up and replaced. 3. Countertop radios, but when cordless phones and later cell phones took over, these kitchen staples went silent. In a 1950s kitchen, the radio was as important as the toaster. Many had labels in cursive, matching the color scheme of the kitchen. With its long coiled cord and clunky dial, this phone was command central, taking calls from Grandma, the butcher, or your best friend. Families would gather around during breakfast, listening to local announcers or big band tunes. They buzzed loudly, but got the job done, pulling out grease and smoke. Today's hoods are sleek and silent, but they don't have the same industrial soul. Many vintage homes still hide them under layers of paint and drywall. 4. Dinette sets with chrome legs shaped like animals, cartoon characters, or smiling chefs. They stood proudly on the counter. Today, prepackaged snacks and minimalist kitchens have pushed them aside, but some still collect them as a tribute to childhood. Every retro kitchen had a dinette set, usually a shiny chrome table with matching vinyl chairs. These sets were more than places to eat. They were where kids did homework, moms clipped coupons, and neighbors sipped coffee. Still, that thunk of the board dropping down remains etched in many memories. You'd pull them down, plug in the iron, and get to work while dinner cooked. 5. Linoleum floors with bold patterns, often gifted at weddings or passed down from moms to daughters. But as prepackaged foods and plastic storage became the norm, these charming jars slowly disappeared from countertops. Kitchens back then weren't just places to cook. They were the heart of the home, filled with color, warmth, and life. Before tile or hardwood became the norm, kitchens in the 50s had linoleum floors, soft, easy to clean, and bursting with color. And if you enjoyed this walk down memory lane, give us a like, hit that subscribe button, and keep watching American Rewind, where the past is always present. These floors were tough and warm underfoot, making them ideal for moms who spent hours standing at the stove. 6. Wall-mounted rotary phones in the corner of many kitchens. Near the calendar and notepad hung the trusty rotary phone. Many even had little shelves underneath to hold pens and message pads. It was social, grounding, and part of everyday life. 7. Glass canister sets lined up on the counter like little soldiers. Glass or ceramic canister sets held flour, sugar, coffee, and tea. They weren't just functional, they were decorative too. 8 metal exhaust hoods with push-button fans above almost every 1950s stove was a square. Stainless exhaust hood with chunky buttons you could slap with the palm of your hand. These fans were built to last, and their bold shapes added character. 9 cookie jars that meant something. Cookie jars weren't just for cookies. They were little works of art. For kids, peeking inside was a daily adventure. For adults, they symbolized home, comfort, and generosity. 10 fold-out ironing boards in the wall tucked away in kitchen walls or closets. Fold-out ironing boards were a common sight in mid-century homes. They saved space and made the kitchen a true multitasking zone. But as laundry rooms became the standard, ironing boards moved out or vanished altogether. Outro, it's funny how the smallest things, a pink fridge, a cookie jar, or a can opener on the wall, can bring back a lifetime of memories. Which of these features do you remember? Did your grandma have any of these in her kitchen? Let us know in the comments.